groups are going to form that are sort of having different ideas of what they should do on this planet?
Well, it's funny you say that. There's kind of like two schools of thought, and I would say it's like Bellamy and Clark, and they're pretty much just at loggerheads for most of that. But it is that kind of Lord of the Flies thing where it is, there are no rules, and it's kind of survival of the fittest, I guess, and the strongest kind of survive, and Bellamy ends up kind of being in a position of leadership. So, that's tested throughout the whole storyline, and even to this day about what we're shooting. But yeah, the rules are always shifting, and it's not like we're playing on a level playing field, because those rules have to change in accordance to what is happening in our environment. So sometimes the rules are kind of enforced upon us by the world that we're living in, the radiation sort of world. So it's hard to define the actual terms of the rules, because the game's always changing.
Bob, how much of your backstory are we going to get this season, or your sister's backstory on the show?
Well, I'm hoping to learn a lot about Bellamy and Octavia. I mean, they're functional and severely dysfunctional at the same time. So I think as the story progresses, we'll learn more as to why they have these certain positions that they do have. But it's definitely quite a tumultuous and emotional relationship they have. So I'm looking to find out more just as much as you guys are.
So they haven't told you, the writers told you much?
Not particularly. No, well the thing is we kind of get the scripts as we're going along, so I'm still kind of learning what is happening, which is a great thing. It's good to get a script and be really excited about what we're doing next, as opposed to getting a script and being like, oh, I've got nothing to do. It's like, oh my god, I've got so much more to learn, and there's so much more depth to the things that I've already done. So I think we'll learn a lot about him, and I'll learn a lot about him as well.
From the pilot, it looks like there's some characters you would say are good and some that maybe are not so good. Does that kind of stay consistent as you move along, or will we see alliances shift and things like that?
I will say good's a very ambiguous term in this show. Like, especially from my standpoint, you can sometimes do bad things for good reasons, and there's always that grey area, and nothing is defined. Like I was saying with the rules, it's constantly changing, and even as performers, as we learn more about what is happening, we're finding out whether we did this for a good or bad reason. But just kind of sorry, I don't know if that answers your question.
Do you think the show is ultimately optimistic or pessimistic about human nature?
I think that one of the major themes is hope and faith. I like faith in the right things will happen and good things can happen. But I think it's also like a really good kind of observation on human nature. And like the rigidness on the arc and the political system's already in place, and then I guess the freedom on the earth, and kind of the mayhem that can kind of come from that. So I think it's just a really good kind of cross-section as an observation of what it is. I don't think it stamps on saying that this is good or bad. I think it's just a general kind of observation of everything. Yeah, sorry.
In the pilot, we see the two-headed deer, and radiation's obviously still an issue. What other kind of environmental issues will they be dealing with, or will you be dealing with in the first few episodes?
Well, like I was saying before, the Earth has been simmering in radiation, so there's a lot of things that have morphed and formed, and kind of, almost like folktale kind of. Well, I guess sorry, let me just think. I mean, the Earth is kind of evolved into a creature itself. I would say that the Earth is just a big character in this, like the forest and shooting the jig out there, all that kind of stuff is just a big enough character in the show as well. So there is a lot of things that come from that force new rules or, create kind of roadblocks for us there. The environment in the forest, even when we're working out there, Yeah, the forest out there, like when you're working in there and you just walk by these massive trees, you realise that it plays a huge part in every scene, whether it be like threatening us or just creating some sort of beautiful scenery. It's always evolving and it's always a part of the story. So that, I don't know. Yeah, that's helpful at all. But yeah.
Along the same lines, your character be exposed to some familiar things. It's from the past that might happen.
Yeah. There's always these relics from the past that pop up, which is really cool when they turn up for us. Like the people in the dropship, the delinquents, when we find like just old items that are hanging around and we repurpose them for certain things. I think it's really cool when they write that stuff as the storyline, and it's like a throwback or just like a way in which it invites the contemporary audience into what we're going through and showing that there's still there's still remnants of a society that was once there. So yeah, there's always things like that.